think this will work out. Yeah, I needed mine.
Total Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire Stick TV, Facebook, and YouTube. Get all your sports news here first. The daily podcasts are Ken and Ken in the Morning, Lions Talk with Smoking Jeremy B, Wrestling Roundup, The Big Football Show, and more, Shield TV, Lions Villain Report, and Zone Rant. The afternoon podcasts are Valhalla, Grosef Sports, WCFL Dolphins Talk, The Cheap Seats, The Bodkin Show, Spirit of Detroit Podcast, and Maniacs. The nightly podcasts are Hallis Hall Report, Frozen Tundra Network, Skull Gang 365, The Huddle Sports Network Open Mic, First and 10 with Foz, Main Event Football Show, Prime Sports World, The Man Cave, Prim and Proper Sports. Spitballing Podcast, Lions Fan Cave Chat, Puckett, 313 Den Podcast, The Guys Huddle, Shots from the Sideline, Let's Talk Sports, The Michigan Truth Sports Podcast, Off the Rails. NFC Northeast, Power Hours, and Detroit Lions News. Make sure you follow, like, share, subscribe, and comment. Hope you like all the shows.
There you go. I hit the link for you right away, Rob, because you don't have 10 seconds to do your intro like you used to at StreamYard. You go live, it does 3, 2, 1, and you're live.
Nice.
Yeah, it goes fast.
You guys ready for Malik Willis today? Jeremy B already got his
Willis, the guy with the cannon for the arm and the accuracy of Stevie Wonder taking a driving test.
As long as the man can put the ball in the run, I'm good.
Yeah,
right. I think it's going to be a lot. This is what I would do if I was LaFleur until he gets comfortable in the playbook. Because remember, he's only been there 2.5 weeks. So it would be RPOs, it would be handoffs, it would be play action.
Check downs,
QB sneaks.
I don't. He struggles with checkdowns. I watched game film at Tennessee, the 3 games he started.
Yeah.
I will admit, he at least in all 3 games threw for more yards than Caleb Williams.
Well, that's not saying much. Caleb Williams.
I understand because Caleb Williams.
I was trying to get any Bear fan in the group to make a bet with me. I bet any quarterback we start today, and I was saying this Monday is going to have better stats than this is Caleb Williams' first week.
The only thing Caleb Williams might get him on is he had a 2% better completion percentage than Malik Willis in all 3 starts. That's it.
Wow.
And that's not saying much. And then with the Bears having Roma Dunze out with the grade 1 MCL sprain and Keenan Allen missing a game. Shocker.
Yeah.
All those weapons don't mean anything anymore.
Yep.
They didn't mean anything last week when they had all of them. I mean,
Bill,
Keenan Allen dropped a touchdown.
We had the open mic last night. I said that they should hire Bob Uecker to be in the announcer booth so he could make the same announcement as he did in Major League for Ricky Vaughn. And that fan gets a lucky souvenir. Too bad it hit him in the face, but they're okay. They got a souvenir football. That's the only troll comment I got is his accuracy. He has good mobility. He is not a read and react quarterback. 100%. He is a one read and run quarterback. So you might get to your check down or your first read. It's whether or not he can get the ball to him. That's an accurate assessment of what I see in Malik Willis.
Yeah, what I've been saying since we've heard that Malik Willis might be starting is we should run the Justin Fields playbook with it. Let him just run most of the time and give him easy layup passes.
And my response to Mike the Bear fan is Caleb Williams struggled against the Titans defense. What's he going to do against a good defense?
The Texan defense. Holy shit, man.
Well, I was going to say the Titans defense is like it's bottom of the barrel. They got a
mid-level defense. It's a mid-level defense. Let's be honest. It's not a top.
Speaking of defense, I would just want to say Billy Flores is in the comments. I seen you on TV yesterday holding your D in fence sign last week. We seen you, man. You made it to the big time, boss. You made it to the big time. He had a good 7-8 seconds. They went on the camera with him. About 7-8 seconds. That's a good time.
We're
that's
4
cool.
minutes in, and we have 27 people watching across all the networks right now.
That's awesome. It's
Yeah.
Sunday morning.
And the Rams. Oh wait, he said the struggle to beat the Rams. Think about this: the Rams aren't a mid-level defense. They're considered in the top half of the league for defense. You're not talking. You're talking about offenses are all rusty to start. Look at even the Rams are rusty. They got a lot of yards in. They didn't get any on the ground hardly.
So ZZ Top, what do you think about Malik Willis starting today?
I'm not the happiest about it, but hey, he's the Packers quarterback, so I got to root for him.
He's going to do fine, man. I heard a lot of the Colts defensive line is missing today too, so that's a little
yeah,
Bro, where's a red? You got to root for him. You don't have to if you don't want to. I mean,
yes, I do. He's in green and gold. That means he gets rooted for.
Now, let me ask you guys a question. I don't watch a lot of college football, but is it cool to root for two college teams?
I don't know.
Thoughts on that, fellas?
I got loyalty. I can't do it.
I root for two teams. It's University of Michigan and anybody who plays Ohio State.
No, that's why I have to go. But hey, Jeremy, would you root for both Michigan teams?
I don't wish ill on Michigan State until they play Michigan.
Okay.
I don't root for Michigan State, but I don't root for them to lose either. I'm not that type of fan. I'm not a hater fan. The only team I hate in college is Ohio State.
Okay, so we should get you a Buckeye shirt for Christmas.
Oh, great. More kindling for the firewood. If you want to waste the $30.
Wow, Jonathan says that the league's going to ball out today.
He could. Remember, he's been with Matt LaFleur the last 2 weeks. Granted, he was the practice squad quarterback versus the one. But
let's fucking go, Dak. What's up, Matt? Good morning, buddy.
Brent DeWitt says, I root for Michigan and Army. Good for him. I do root for Army, too. I forgot about that. As a vet, I have to. It's kind of like a ingrained thing, you know, Army's Army.
Though. That's understandable. But I don't know about rooting. That's just, I don't know, man. Something just ain't right with that. You know?
Well,
all right, so what's your guys' score prediction for the Packers today?
I think it's going to be a low-scoring affair. I really do. I don't think anybody's going to really go out big. Whoever wins, it's probably going to be like a 21-17 game at best.
I'm gonna say 17-14 Green Bay. We're gonna win by a field goal.
And like I said, I think that's the best case scenario. There's a reason why they said the over/under is 44 points in this game.
Yeah.
And it's because both defenses are adequate and both quarterbacks are, well, let's face it, Anthony Richardson didn't look great last week, but he didn't look bad.
But what I'm worried about is I just sure hope our defense picks it up because they sure did some shitty jobs tackling last week. I was pretty disappointed.
That should be
what was it, 29 points? Like that means it's got to be shut down there, bud. You know what I mean? I know Barkley's going to get his touches anyways, but fuck, he ran all over us. He made us look dumb. You know what I mean? Like that's got to stop, dude. So hopefully we see that this week. Hopefully it was some rust they got to shake off, and we'll go on with that, you know.
Yeah, they had some bad tackling last week for sure.
Yeah, Jonathan Height says, I support two Michigan teams. So what, Bill? This guy.
Hey, some people do, and that's okay. I just know that my fandom lies with the University of Michigan because I've had.
All right, well, let me ask you this, Jeremy. This is a solid, legit question, okay? If someone invited you onto a Lions podcast the week you play the New Orleans Saints, are you going to come on with an Alvin Kamara jersey?
Nope.
Case closed, Jonathan.
But at the same time, if we're up against Chicago because of the nickname I gave him at the draft, I will wear an LGBTQB1 jersey.
Holy cow.
Are you coming down to the draft, Jeremy, or what?
I'm going to go no matter what, whether I have credentials or not. I already made a Kyle. I'm going to bring an extra bed, so there's an extra bed for somebody else, airbed-wise.
Yeah, that's cool.
Kyle DeBosch already offered me a place to stay. I was like, well, fuck it. Yeah, then I'm going because it's only a 10, 12-hour drive at most, depending on which way I go.
I think all of us are going. Aren't you going too, Robert and Ken?
Yep.
And I'm probably going to go through the UP because it's a much better scenery than driving through Chicago.
Yeah. Well, just think if you go to Chicago, two things: you need a bulletproof vest and find somewhere good to eat. So other than that, you'll be all right. When you're at a red light, just duck. Don't keep your red lights, green light, and you're good.
Oh, so act like I'm driving through Buffalo. Got it.
The only thing I worry about for the Packers defense is Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
Because you guys missed some key tackles on Saquon that would have limited him from having 3 touchdowns.
Right.
So if you miss tackles on Jonathan Taylor, unlike Saquon, he keeps going.
Yeah, supposedly Edgerrin Cooper is going to have a lot bigger role in this game. And with him being the highest graded defender last game, it gives me a little more hope that we might be able to slow down Jonathan Taylor versus Saquon.
I mean, what would you rather dodge? Deer running onto the road or bullets?
I'm invoking the power of the defense.
If I was John Dorn, I'd go for the deer and then put him on the roof when you hit him.
Right.
That's some John Dorn shit.
See, no. Take another redneck. You're not supposed to hit them. You're supposed to shoot them.
And if you do hit them with your car, you carry a 22 or a nice little 9mm and put one in their head as they're laying on the ground. Take out the back straps because that's all that'll be good.
I want to see if you shoot you in the head with a 22. You got to hit them in the neck. That bullet will ride right up their skull and won't penetrate.
That sucks. Okay, 9mm.
I was going to say, don't ask me how I know.
Billy Flores is from the Chicago area, and he said a vest won't save you no more. It's sad to say, but you'll be walking because you'll probably get carjacked.
And like I said, I'll go through the UP.
Yeah.
If steals my car, be more than happy to. The insurance is worth more than it is.
Yep. I hear you. I've never missed one payment on my insurance. Let's go.
Right.
A-Dub says, "Hi there, Bill. Hope you are doing well."
Yeah. We are. Football's back, baby. Football's back.
Hey, Mitch Sledge, I get it. You could hate, but you know what? Richardson wasn't great last week.
Yeah.
Richardson's gonna. When is Richardson pick anybody apart? Stop. Fucking stop.
Look at the half he
He's
played.
never picked nobody apart, bro. Stop it. You're just hating. Man.
But he might be running just as well as Jonathan Taylor if you guys don't pass.
We're gonna run the shit. We're gonna run the shit out of Jacobs, man. That's what's gonna happen. We're gonna run the shit. You guys have to. You guys couldn't stop nothing last week, I guess he's probably not a. Mitch is probably not a.
He's a Texans fan.
That's Mitchell's Sledge. He's a bandwagon fan. Every year he's
I know.
He was the guy that was a Lion fan like years ago when he wasn't a Lion fan. Then
he's a flip
flopper. The Lions are good. He tries to kind of slide back, but he really ain't a Lion fan because I believe he was a Bucks fan.
This is not Mike and Russ's show. I don't know why they don't come on, but it is what it is.
They do their own thing. I think they got a show during the week or something like that.
Yeah, they're on every day, every morning.
They're on every day, but they won't be on Huddle with the Roku because this show was first.
Yep.
And then it's Tell Us All Report, and then it's the Vikings.
This is a diverse show. We just don't have Lion fans. We take them all, man. There's Packer fans, Bear fans.
Yeah.
Let them all on here.
Top fans.
Viking fans just too scared to come on. That's all.
Well, the Packer fans, he's like, fuck that. I'm out of here.
Teams, here you go. You guys want in? There's the link.
There you go. There's the link.
Uh-huh.
Jeremy's like, bring them out. I'm good for a good debate. Come on, Mitchell. Click the link, big dog.
Every YouTube page, every Facebook page, the link is out there. If you want to talk football, come on.
Yeah, let's go. Let's talk about it.
I got the slate of games right here. Really easy.
What time you guys play, Jeremy? Because we're at noon. What time?
Just like you do.
Okay, so all right, and you guys are playing the
Damn, everybody plays at noon.
Tampa Bay Bucks. You play the Tampa
I'm gonna
Bay.
watch the Packers game.
The Bears are in prime time. They're in Houston.
Yeah, Bears are prime time tonight, right? Yeah, 7:00.
So let's see. The first game on the schedule, because it just does it by time, not by location, is Las Vegas at Baltimore. with Las Vegas going 3 time zones east, they couldn't beat the Kansas City Chiefs in the same time zone.
Baltimore's got too much. They're not gonna
I
beat
think
the
Baltimore
Baltimore.
takes this one.
Yeah, they're gonna slap the Raiders.
LA Chargers
George
at
Jones
Carolina.
gonna cry 0-2.
LA Chargers at Carolina. Is anybody taking the Pampers? Because I call them that because they are full of shitty players.
Holy fuck, they're horrible. Nobody's taking the Panthers. Who's taking the Panthers? Not even Panther fans are taking Panthers.
I know. I had a Panthers fan on Wednesday night.
Is Sonia right?
No,
Sonia's a Panther fan.
I have Will Vogel.
Yep.
Oh.
New Orleans at Dallas. New Orleans just beat the worst team in the league, and they are not going to have as easy as a time with Dallas at home. Dallas has the longest home winning streak in the regular season active in the NFL right now. I don't think that changes today. Do you guys?
He said regular season. He
Yeah,
said
that's what I was about to say. I like how you added that asterisk.
Yeah, you got to put that because that record's toast.
Right. The record is toast with the playoffs. It always has been. But anyways, is anybody taking the Saints to upset Dallas?
No.
Because Derek Carr always has one good game, one bad game.
I was going to say he had his good game last week.
Order every time. All right. Well, let's skip over all of the games at 1 o'clock for the North and do the rest of them. Cleveland at Jacksonville.
With what I saw from Cleveland last week, I have absolutely no faith in their offense.
I have no fear. I was going to say Deshaun Watson. The offense you got faith in is Deshaun Watson. He can't run the offense.
Yeah.
This was the only really true upset last week. This team is hosting the Seattle Seahawks. You're talking about the New England Patriots, who looked a lot better than everybody predicted. I almost want to take New England here. What about you guys?
I am taking New England.
What?
Yep.
What?
Seattle almost lost to Denver last week.
Who's their quarterback?
New England? Doesn't matter. Yeah. It's their defense that won the game.
Yeah, no. That's what I'm saying. I just don't see how. I mean,
Brissett, and we got Geno Smith, who does not look the same.
Yeah, I mean Joe Burrows. They sucked. They fucking absolutely got their ass beat by these guys.
That's awesome. Dennis Cochran and the Trailer Park Boys are at the game in Houston.
Oh, awesome!
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's got to be one hell of a party.
Oh God!
Here we go again.
If Roma Dunze and Caleb Williams was healthy, you might see that. I'm just saying, with Roma Dunze out with an MCL sprain, even though it's a grade 1, that's 3 to 6 weeks. Keenan Allen, he's missing this game. That was announced already.
Wow. So
it wasn't a question of if Keenan Allen got injured. It was a question of when, and it was game 1, third quarter.
AARP, man.
No, Keenan Allen heard that they were opening an Old Country buffet again in Chicago, so he had to take the day off.
He took the day off.
Oh man.
I love the smack talk, and I love it, man.
Well, come on, Mike. What's your take on it, buddy?
I was going to say, Mike, you're finally relevant again. It doesn't feel like we're punching down anymore.
Bro, I'm always still got no offense. They still got no offense.
I will say one thing. Who's last place in the division right now?
Yeah, shut up.
Yeah. See how the tables turn, be like,
we have to play a real team. While two out of the 4 teams got served up a nice easy W.
Yeah, they did.
I did everything. Caleb won.
And Jeremy, I have not seen the update. I don't see Rome out yet. He's still questionable.
They've been talking about that since Friday. With that grade 1 MCL, he's more.
You really want him to play on a sprained MCL?
Well, no, I kind of want him to sit too, for sure. I think Allen's going to play, but Rome's going to sit. But I haven't seen no updates on my end for it.
Well, look, man, you guys still have 10 minutes, man. It's 90 minutes before the start of the game, so you have 10 minutes before they're going to announce it.
Let's get to the next.
We play at night, bud. We play at night.
Oh, yeah, you guys got a long way to go. Yeah, sorry, bro.
AARP Rogers going to face off against Will Levis, who looks like AAP Rogers Jr. after week 1. Which bad team do you got winning this week?
The Jets.
I got the Jets kind of returning to normal from their dumpster dive last week.
I mean, everybody's rusty week 1, man. I'm just going to go with that. Everybody was rusty week 1. It's not the norm.
I'm just saying that Jets defense didn't look like the top defense in the league that was rated by PFF.
Wow,
and that's
Christian
McCaffrey. And Rob, if I said that take, you'd fucking think I was a homer because I'm a Bear. But since they said it's okay.
No, bro. It's not. Stop.
You like that, kid?
The hate. The hate.
You brought it out. You stirred the pot, man. You were stirring it for a minute.
Well,
CMC.
I mean, to be fair, I was more stirring the pot than a Rob this time.
Right. No, I will be honest, though. Yes, the Bears played like shit, 149 offensive total yards. But at the end of the day, what matters was that big W.
Bro, just say you got lucky from the defense.
I said we got lucky. I've been saying it all week. But hey, a W.
They say imitation is the highest form of flattery. Why did Tua, pre-concussion, decide to imitate Will Levis getting fat?
I don't know, man. And honestly, man, you guys should be more worried. Your defense first let them score 17. And then they had to make it up and come back. So
you talking about the Bears?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, they struggled after the first 2 possessions because it was 3 and out the first 2 possessions. Then they struggled a little bit, but yeah, second half came around and it was like back in the day against Arizona when we came back and smoked them because of Hester.
Well, I was just for a question. Somebody had to question me about is 17 or 14 of 34 passing good or bad for a QB, and I had to come back and I'm like, is 14 of 29 good or bad? Which one would you prefer?
Yeah,
it's about the same performance, really.
They both suck. Yeah, really.
Hey, Ralph Williams comes in. Good to see you, Ralph.
Yep, what's up there, Ralph?
The guy that comes on the NFL Roundtable talk with me on Wednesdays. New York Giants at Washington. Which bad defense is going to win?
New York Giants versus Washington.
I support winning this.
I'm intrigued by Daniel. Daniel had a good game last week. He put it on his back and ran it, but that's not sustainable. He can't take those kind of beats every week. It does say that under yours, Jeremy.
We have turned JB into Packer-backer Rob.
Don't you like that? That's awesome. I wasn't going to say nothing. I was letting it ride.
Thank you, Brent, for letting me know. That's a real fan right there.
You are. Hey, thanks for taking my name for at least 30 minutes of the show.
He was talking about that. He was telling us, "Hey, make sure you switch your name. Make sure you switch your name. Jump on, Jeremy."
Do you think the Giants get it back right, or does Washington pull this out because they're at home?
You think Danny Dimes can turn it around?
I didn't say Danny Dimes. I said, can New York, the team? It is a team sport.
Nope.
I'm not going quarterback versus
nope.
I think they. I don't think they got enough on offense. I'm sorry.
No. The Giants break out my cousin Tommy DeVito, and he goes out and wins the game for them.
Orlando said that's a dirty about switching my
name. I'd say the same thing. If Tommy DeVito can have another Jeremy Lin sanity run this year, that's the only way the Giants' season could stay safe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He might not be an amazing quarterback, but he gives that team a spark when he comes in.
The Dolphins quarterback needs to play with the practice helmet. I agree. He should have it on, but I think his family and the way they went into that locker room and was begging him to retire, this might be where the Goodell and the Dolphins owner have to step in and say, hey, take your $120 million and go home.
Bro, he's seriously looking at other places, trying to find a doctor who will clear him. I don't see how he gets that done. No way.
No. The next game that Tua should play should be a Madden game, and
Bro,
I'm not even trying to be funny or anything like
sit in the
that.
booth. Go sit in the booth and enjoy your youth, man. Come on, bro.
Sorry, but with all the hit, with the concussion issues Tua's had, he may as well just call it quits.
Yeah, he's not though. He literally said they're looking for a doctor that'll take his case. He's looking for somebody.
Think about it.
I don't know what doctor's going to say. Yeah, you can go and get hit in the head again.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Agree. I think.
Well, I think it's more than a year, honestly.
But I mean, to let it fully heal and let that swelling go down, not take any impact, not practice, go home, take your guaranteed money. No. If he has insurance money, yes, but according to the NFL, what the NFL owes him is $120 million. That's his signing bonus plus the rest of his guaranteed money.
Phillip? Go Paco, Phillip.
Yeah, that sounds like a hell of a severance package to me.
Bro, anything over $100 million for retiring is awful. What the fuck? Who gets $100 million and retires? I mean, shit.
For 1 year, first year of a contract.
Yeah, that's fucking insane. It's fucking insane, dude. He was only 3/4 of a game in for the season. He didn't even get a full game in.
But because they did that 66% guaranteed,
wow,
they get that. And they lowered the cap hit for year one. Remember, they made it lower than his 5th-year option. So it's a great deal for the Dolphins to get out of that contract for that much in year one.
This just gives an argument to the owners to be like, look, see, we gave a big contract and guaranteed money, and now we're screwed. You know, this is going to be that kind of thing.
The insurance money doesn't count towards NFL money. It's a separate issue. I'm talking about what he gets from the NFL and the Miami Dolphins owners. What do we expect from Malik Willis today? I expect him to do whatever he's told. That's what I expect out of him.
Yeah.
If the play is called and it's a pass play, it's time to
turn around and hand it to Jacob. Hand it off. I hope he can check down, man, because he's going to have to do that a lot today. I hope he can just, nice.
Yeah.
The next game,
the most suspect
clock slate of games, guys. We got LA Rams at Arizona.
LA Rams at Arizona. I'm going to say the Rams.
Okay. Who you got, Mike?
I got the Cardinals. I got the Cardinals.
Cardinals, okay. Bearded Packer fan.
Man, I want to go the Cardinals, but until I see Kyler Murray looking at the entire field and not just throwing who the play's designed to, I got to go with the Rams.
A-Dub?
I got the Rams winning this one. I'm still not sold on Kyler Murray being that much of a capable quarterback, and he pretty much missed some moments out there. Especially Marvin Harrison Jr. was wide open on a play, and Kyler Murray didn't see him. That just tells me there's still work to be done.
I am going to say he was under pressure when he was open 15 to 20 yards downfield. And as you're being hit, when you're already only 5'7", if you're lucky, and you're looking at the air, it's going to be hard to hit somebody that far downfield when you can't see over the O-line. Smoking Dad in the building. Oh my goodness, it's great to see him.
Calling out the Rams. I think Cooper Kupp's going to have one of his 20 catch or 20 target games, man. They're going to throw the shit out of the ball.
20 targets, 14 catches, 110 yards, and a tutty. That's what I see happening.
Yeah, he's going to have a good game. Kupp's going to have a good game today.
We got another guy jumping in. I'm getting him in. It's Isaac.
What's up, Isaac?
What's up, buddies?
What's
going on?
Good to see you,
How you doing?
Right,
Packers winning by 30.
Packers by 30. He called it.
You had to be talking to Dorn.
I'm saving the NFC North for last, but Rams versus Cardinals is where we're at. Who you got?
Yeah. What do you got, Ram or Cardinals?
The Scrams.
The scrams.
Scrams. Hey, you got to admit, JB, they gave you a pretty good game. You know, being
they did.
the line injured.
I'm not knocking it. They gave a good game.
Yeah.
Matt Stafford was getting the ball out at a record quickness for him. He averaged 2.1 seconds per release, which is why we got pressures but not sacks.
He had a 300-yard game on you guys, right? He had 300 yards on you guys, right?
He had 300 yards with over 100 of it from Cooper Kupp. Everybody else had less than 50 yards receiving.
Kupp is he's gonna eat today. He's
and it was all yak too. That's the thing. It was all yak.
He's on my fantasy squad, so Kupp better.
Yeah, he's not a
Got your touchdown and his 10 receptions.
Since we're touching on fantasy, who would you guys start? Garrett Wilson or Rashid Rice?
Garrett Wilson.
No, Rashid Rice with Marquise Brown being out for the season. That's his number one target.
Rashid Rice is going to get a lot.
That's Aaron Rodgers.
Is he out for the year? Hollywood Brown's out?
Hollywood Brown is
out. He's out for the year.
Oh, my God.
But if you flip it the other way.
Rice, but I'm about to say even
Rodgers last week. What did he have? He had less than everybody who was a number one wide receiver ranked above him.
Alan Lazard
but they had a
good game with Rodgers, man. What the fuck?
They had a garbage game against the Niners.
Oh, yeah, Worthy. Don't forget Worthy.
I was going to mention Worthy.
It'll be Rashid
Rice. 2 touchdowns last week.
Yep. 1 rushing, 1 receiving.
Yeah.
Worthy.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we got the Pittsburgh Squealers versus the Denver Broncos.
Steelers.
I want to take the Steelers.
Traveled and they got the better kicker. I'm taking the Broncos too.
You're taking the Broncos? I'm taking the Steelers.
I meant the Steelers.
Yeah.
They got the better kicker and better defense.
Yeah. I'm going Steelers.
I'm going Steelers too. I'm thinking Justin Fields is going to continue the momentum, stay on the positive side with him.
Ken Dobby's head must be on fire seeing Buston Williams, playing pretty well.
Ken's superstitious. He shaved his whole fucking head, bro. He's like bald.
Oh, really?
No, he tried to shave off that bad football.
He tried to
get the JB look.
So old and coarse.
I give Fields a little credit, but I mean it's one game, and you would say that A-Dub as soon as he leaves team. I love him.
I was waiting.
Hey, just like you guys did when Aaron Rodgers left.
Hey,
let's go back here and talk about who's been at the helm since Ben Roethlisberger left. I mean, you had look good. You had Mitch Trubisky look good in a few starts. You even had Kenny Pickett look okay in more games than not. So to say that Mike Tomlin doesn't develop a quarterback, he might be able to do something with Justin Fields, but it's not going to translate to success until probably mid-season.
Right.
They probably would rush.
But hey, one thing that has been consistent with Mike Tomlin is that he's never had a losing season yet.
Right.
Nope. Watch when Russ is ready to go, they're gonna go to Russ as the QB because Mike Tomlin's set on his word.
Unfortunately, if they're like 3-0 when Russ comes back, he won't be able to bring Russ as a starter.
The Mike Tomlin,
the
way he works, the way he operates is he's a man of his word.
I think it's. I mean, I see your point, Jeremy, but I mean, if they win those 3 games on the defense and other things, I mean, I don't see how. I mean, I guess it all depends on how Fields performs because he was like average.
Players love Fields. What I'm hearing, the players love Fields and his leadership because he does have leadership.
I understand.
I was going to say that's one thing you couldn't take away from him in Chicago is that the players did like playing with him.
I was just talking shit on the Bustin' Fields. Like, if you watch this game, he wasn't that good. He was okay. Yeah, he was okay.
I was going to say,
but if you watch the completions, go back and watch that game. Bustin' Fields wasn't that great. He was.
I didn't say
he made some plays. Yeah.
He was
See,
good.
Isaac, I thought you were going out and buying yourself a Fields jersey.
Oh, you mean the one at Lids that everybody said, all the Bears fans said Wisconsin fans went and bought Fields jerseys at?
Yeah.
That never happened.
You know that was bullshit.
So next up, we got the Cincinnati Bengals at 425 playing in Arrowhead. Their prediction.
According to
5 in week 2 with a cumulative QBR of 48.6 over the last 5 seasons.
I'm gonna say the Bengals only win 5 games all year. This one is not one of them.
yeah,
I mean, Kansas City looked
I thought it would be different. Like I thought, according to Bengals fans, Kansas City Stadium is supposed to be Burrowhead.
Yeah, well, not with Joe Burrow sporting that limp wrist from the surgery.
What Joe Burrows is this? Because it ain't the one I'm watching play. Holy cow, that guy.
That's
sucks.
the scary thing about this game is that obviously we're all going to go for Chiefs here. That going to win it, at Arrowhead. But Burrow does have Mahomes' number, 4-1.
Yeah,
yeah,
3-1 actually.
I
read 4-1. You know what? They include
the playoff championship game.
Yeah, they include the playoff.
They played last year.
No, Burrow was out, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. He sucks. He's out. He's ever since he got injured, bro. He hasn't been the same, and
no.
I don't think he'll ever will be.
Here's the thing: he's never played Pat Mahomes in the first 5 weeks of a season before.
Really?
Hey, but then again, I mean, the Chiefs did look good week 1, but then the Chiefs sometimes suck during the beginning of the season. Everybody's like, "Oh, the Chiefs ain't gonna make the Super Bowl again."
They were horrible last year.
But we haven't seen that this year, though. We haven't seen that. Normally, it's typically slow in week 1, and
they look really good, especially that quick slant to Worthy. That fucking play was there every time they threw that thing, man. That thing was there every time.
And Broski Bear can take your busting field goal. He'll lead the Steelers' offense to a number of field goals. And but at the same time, the receivers didn't do him any justice either. I mean, the one guy had a path where he could have went. It was Pickens on that crossing route. He had a path where he could have split the safety in the corner, and he ran into the corner.
Man, it's finally announced that Jordan Love's inactive.
It's 10:30. What's up with Reed? Did you see anything here on Reed?
No, Reed's gonna play.
Oh, he is. Man, I gotta get the lineups changed.
Yeah,
I took him out.
And we'll get to see the debut of Marshawn Lloyd today too.
Yes,
he's gonna play Lloyd. All right.
USC baby.
Everybody else's games. Let's go to the 1 o'clock game.
Yeah, let's do it.
Tampa Bay at Detroit. Who you got?
Tampa at Detroit.
Yeah, at Detroit.
Rob's going.
I'm gonna have to give a slight edge to the Lions on this one, but I could say this game's gonna be very close, but I gotta give the edge to the Lions. For me, it comes down to who can you trust. Who is more trustworthy between Jared Goff and Baker Mayfield? And I have to say Jared Goff for this one.
And I'm gonna say if it's close like it was last week, it's you have the edge. The Lions have the edge because home field. I mean, and if they put the kind of performance they did in that overtime drive, I don't think anybody stops them. I mean, honestly, that looked like a Super Bowl drive. I mean, you guys look like a Super Bowl team in that drive. The rest of the game, not so much, but that
the rest of the game, they look like two average teams going against each other. I'm not going to bullshit it. That's what I'm saying. No, the whole regular season game in regulation, it was an average performance by both teams.
Yes.
It's going to be a tie game, 2-2. Both teams going to get safeties.
You're praying for that, aren't you, Isaac?
It's going to be a close game, though. I'm going to lean the edge towards you guys, man. I'm going to give you the edge because I think if it comes that close, you guys got it. So
if they had their full complement in the secondary, I would say this would be a much closer game than I expected. But their CB2 is out with an ankle injury. Antoine Winfield was put on the 4-week IR. And then Luke Gadecki is out with a concussion. They're starting left tackle. I expect to see Aiden Hutchinson start at left end like last week to get an advantage. The difference between Baker Mayfield and Matt Stafford, Baker Mayfield averages like over a 3-second release time. So you give that line another second with all those pressures, and the sack should almost double accidentally.
Is Reader playing?
And plus, DJ Reader is playing next to Aleem.
Oh, all right.
All right. So you got your.
Looks like.
I mean, I'm not going to go off the look. Last week, you faced a Rams team that was like had most of their guys on the injury report, man, and you guys they gave you a game. So
this ain't going to be easy game by any stretch of imagination. Like Mike Evans looks.
The advantage is the Lions with what they have. Versus
I think Baker had 4 touchdowns, bro. He went off. He almost had 30 points in fantasy league.
Mike Evans and Godwin looked good.
Yeah,
he was facing the Commanders' defense with no sweat, no chase.
I agree. And no your secondary gave up over 300 yards too. So,
but
Rams. I was just saying,
Rams are a good team offensively, though.
I agree. No, Rams are. They got a good run game. They got all kinds of firepower.
We shut down their run game, and that was the difference. Commanders couldn't stop the run at all. Rashad White and the rookie Bucky Irving looked like the second coming of Gibbs and Monty out there.
I just think it's going to be a close game.
It's going to be close. I think you guys get the edge because you're at home.
It'll be much more alike the wild card playoff game where it was a closer game than it was when we were in Tampa Bay. Because in Tampa Bay, they couldn't do shit. Mike Evans only had 60 yards receiving. And I couldn't believe it when I was reading these stats. I was going back. I said, wait a minute. We had Jerry Jeudy and Cam Newton on the field at the same time, and neither receiver had over 100 yards. That blew my mind. That blew my mind because everybody's like, well, why does that blow your mind? I said, because our secondary was trash last year. And we went into their house and shut them down.
Even if one squirrel finds it out every once in a while, they had their one good game.
But it was shocking to see that. And plus, Baker threw 2 interceptions in that game, and he threw another interception to seal the game in the wild card game. Baker Mayfield had a Geno Smith type of resurrection last year, and it's still getting over to a high this year. That's what I see. Baker's got a lot more confidence, but there's a difference. Baker had that high confidence in Cleveland, and then they shot it when they traded him and traded for Deshaun Watson. All he had to do was get his mind right again. Whereas Smith was ass until he got to Seattle and Dave Canales fixed him. And as soon as Dave Canales was gone, he went back to average Geno.
The other thing is, too, Godwin is healthy. Godwin's injured the last, several seasons. Godwin's now healthy.
Played in that game, too. He had 59.
Stays healthy, man. That's the thing.
Yeah, he was limping in that game, too. Even though he played that game, he wasn't.
He plays hurt a lot, bro. He does play hurt a lot. That's for sure.
Yeah. He plays through it.
Godwin is a great number 2, but if you put him where he would have to be a number 1, he would have a Juju Smith-Schuster type of ball because without Mike Evans on the other side of the field, he does not catch double-teamed balls well. He doesn't make those contested catches when Mike Evans is out. He only makes them when Mike Evans is in because he's in one-on-one situations. Go back and watch the game film. That's what I'm telling you. I'm saying he would fall off on a team if he had to be the number 1 wide receiver. He would fall off.
It's not unheard of.
He wouldn't be as good as he is, but Godwin still has really good talent. He's really good, really good player.
I said he'd be a great number 2. He just wouldn't be number 1. That's what I was saying. It's basically T. Higgins versus Jamar Chase. Because if Jamar Chase goes down, T. Higgins doesn't look as good. But when Jamar Chase is out there at 70%, T. Higgins looks great.
What happened last week?
T. Higgins was out. Jamar Chase was just okay.
Yeah, he sucked. It's Burrows, bro. It's Burrows.
That's Burrow. It's more Burrow because he missed badly on Jamar Chase on 8 passes.
Yeah. That's terrible, bro.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Jamar Chase is going to have a shitty year.
Next up, we got the Indianapolis Colts going into Green Bay minus Jordan Love.
We're winning by 30.
Are you that confident?
No.
Not really.
I think we can win. I think LaFleur's got a plan to win. I mean, there's no doubt about it. But
I'm saying it's going to be a close game, much like that Houston Texans versus Indy game. The difference is Indy's on the road, so that puts them at a disadvantage. I think it's going to be a close game. I think Indy covers the point spread, but might not win.
I think yeah. Oh, go ahead, Rob.
Heavy dose of Lloyd and Jacobs is
That's what I'm saying. We're going to rely on our run game, just run it down their throats all game.
They were doing good at stopping everybody until Cam Akers became Cam Akers, a la the Super Bowl run year. Right. Cam Akers broke out that second half. The first half, they were shutting them down pretty good.
Yeah, they're going to get a heavy dose of Jacobs because
does not look as good.
Oh, look. Senior says the Packers. Looky
we
there.
got Smokey Dad on the Packers.
There we go.
Like
Papa JB said the Packers.
I said that, though.
JB's not giving them up either.
But they won't cover the point. Packers could win, and that automatically shuts down Indy because it's going to be that close of a game. It's going to come down to kickers. And if he comes down to kickers,
Narvison's got to save us. Holy shit!
If it comes down to kickers, Colts get.
You know who's going to be Anthony Richardson's favorite target?
Who?
Alec Bears.
Xavier McKinney.
That's right, Xavier McKinney. Throw it to him all day.
Try to throw that deep ball. Try
it.
Xavier McKinney's like, oh, okay.
Some of the other athletic quarterbacks, he is willing to hit the guys on the slant and the screen passes.
I think Jair Alexander's got something to prove too after getting his ass handed to him last week.
Oh yeah,
he does.
Jair. Orlando, I think the bench only one of them ever has a big game.
Yeah, I was going to say if there were positives that Green Bay can take from that loss at Philly that they can take into this game is that the defense itself can continue what it started with Philly as far as forcing turnovers. That's one way for us to win. And Green Bay was very efficient running the football too. That's another thing they can take into this game.
Broski Bear, just to let you know, Ken the Bear fan said last night Keenan Allen's out.
Yeah, he's been eating too much. You've been him and Broski been hanging out lately.
I haven't talked to you since the Chicago debut of their illustrious Caleb Williams, who didn't get but 64 yards.
Well, it was 94, wasn't it?
It was 90.
Yeah, no, but
92.
Yeah, but he only gets credit for 60 because he got sacked. So that's sorry, man. He only gets 64 yards.
Oh, speaking of that, did you guys know that field goal kicks are offensive points? Yeah.
According to Paul Merkel, supposedly.
Well,
look, man, you guys. All I'm going to say is the Bears are going to annoy Cairo Santos MVP one more time. It's going to be MVP of the season for him.
The best is Caleb Williams texts that kicker Taylor that he's not going to be punting much, and he punts 6 times.
I'm taking the Texans here, boys, on the Chicago game.
The Texans are going to swamp. They're going to mollywop the Bears. I'm sorry.
Oh
yeah, don't think C.J. Stroud is going to be the same as Will Levis against that defense.
Yeah.
It's not going to be the same, and they got way more talents. Diggs and fucking Dell and
Nico Collins.
I mean, holy shit, bro.
And even Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon, yes, he had a good game too.
Yeah, sorry, Bears, you ain't facing mayonnaise boy anymore.
Yeah, it's not the same, Broski. I really wish it was going to work out for you, bro. But you guys are down two wide receivers, and you had the full complement. Your quarterback can't hit nobody. You can't hit the broadside of a bull's ass with a bass fiddle.
Well, fellas, you guys have a good football weekend right here. Got my mama's birthday.
Hey, go Pack, go, baby!
Go Pack, go! Winning by 30.
Winning by 30.
So yeah, take care, everybody.
All right. For the Raiders, who's out is running back Dylan Lobb, wide receiver Tyreek McAllister, wide receiver Ramel Keaton. Guard, Jackson Powers Johnson.
Oh,
Tyree Wilson. Cornerback, DeCameron. And safety, Thomas Harper.
and Isaac is a
Ravens.
Packer backer.
The hardcore Packer fan.
For the Ravens, Devontae Walker. Guard, Salah Lalu. I'll leave it at Lalu. I can't say that middle one. Nick Samick. Adisa Isaac. TJ Tampa's out. Nate Wiggins is out. That's both of their rookie corners. And
I
Bo
love
Gray.
it, Philip. I love it.
For the Chargers, Taylor Heineke's out. Kamani Vidal, Brendan Rice, Jordan McFadden, offensive lineman, defensive lineman, Justin Eboigbe. Rookie corner, Tarheeb Still, and safety, Olohi Gilman. For the Panthers, it's Mike Boone. Oh, my God. Half their offensive line. Mike Boone, Andrew Raymond, Jarrett Kingston, tight end, Messiah Swinson, cornerbacks, Charles Smith Wade, and Shamar Bucksolomon. For the Saints, it's A.T. Perry, Marshawn Lattimore, Kalen Sanders, DeMarco Jackson, Jalen Ford, Dallin Holker, and Rattler's out. So if Carr sucks again, they have no backup. Oh, wait, they got Taysom Hill. I forgot about that. The Cowboys, Jake Ferguson, Trey Lance, Andrew Booth, Buddy Johnson, Matt Waletzko, offensive tackle, Ryan Flournoy, and tight end John Stevens. So their tight end room's getting thin. So for the Buccaneers, tight end Delvin Cup, offensive lineman and starting left tackle Luke Gadecki, cornerback 2 Josh Hayes, defensive end / tackle Elijah Canty, linebacker Jose Ramirez, defensive lineman Ben Still, and safety Antoine Jr.
That's a big one.
Yep. So for the Lions, if Ifeatu Melifonwu, Ennis Rakestraw is undressed. Trevor Nowaski's undressed. Manu and Sorsdal are not playing. Isaiah Williams, the rookie who's dealing with an abdomen. And, of course, Marcus Davenport, who went to St. Pappy's and has a growing pull. Come on, that's funny, guys.
I didn't hear no big names on your injury list, so
Right, all the big names were on the Buccaneers side. That's what I was looking at. Colts are down safety Julian Blackman, wide receiver Josh Downs, Sam Eilinger, Tanner Bortolini, their starting guard, Blake Freeland, their backup tackle, tight end Will Mallory, and defensive end rookie Jannard Avery. For the Packers, it's Jordan Love, Tutan Oladapo, Brenton Cox Jr., Andre Dillard, Travis Glover, and Colby Wooden.
I'm surprised Dillard's out.
Yeah, I didn't hear he was even
backup tackle.
I'm reading right off of NFL.com for us.
Yeah, no. I didn't. He wasn't on the list. I don't even think he was even on the injury list.
It could have been one of the guys they sat to dress somebody else off of the practice squad. That's included in this list. This is just who's not playing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. It's just a not playing list. I got it.
Right. For the Browns, it's the Dorian Thompson-Robinson, cornerback Khalif Halassi, guard Javian Cornan, Jedrick Willis, starting tackle, Jack Conklin, starting tackle, Jamari Thrash, and David Njoku is all out. That's a big list right there.
Njoku's a big hit, too. That's a
For the Jaguars, they're missing Darnell Savage. Shocker. Cole Van Lanen.
And that's why we got rid of him.
Mason Smith and Jordan Jefferson. That's 3 defensive tackles back to back I named in that list.
It's open.
San Francisco 49ers. Josh Dobbs is not dressed. Ben Barch isn't playing. E. Winters isn't playing. Darrell Luter Jr. isn't playing. And, of course, Talua Hufanga is still on the 4-week IR. For the Vikings, it's Brett Ripien, Jordan Addison, tackle Walter Ralph,
right.
Levi Drake Rodriguez.
I got to get off, guys. I'm going to catch y'all later.
Dwight McLaughlin, cornerback, and Fabian Moreau, cornerback.
He picks the worst time, I swear.
Oh, always.
For the Patriots versus Seahawks, the Seahawks are down Kenneth Walker, tight end Farrell Brown, starting guard Satoa Lamea, tackle starter George Fant, Backup tackle, Michael Jarrell. Center, Oluwatimi, their first-round pick. And linebacker, Uchenna Nwosu. They got a lot of people hurt. For the Patriots, it's Joe Milton III, Keyshawn Butte, guard City Sal, who's a rookie, or a second-year guy, tackle DeMontre Jacobs, and linebacker Curtis Jacobs. For the Jets, they're down Leonard Taylor and Eric Watts on the D-line. In the cornerback room, it's DJ Reed, running back Israel Abanikata, and 2 offensive linemen, Max Mitchell and Carter Warren. For the Titans, it's their 6 people they didn't dress for the game. Julius Wood, Caleb Murphy, Caleb Williams, John Ojukwu, David Martin Robinson, and Thomas Adukoya. The last 2 are the backup tight ends. New York Giants at Comedo, at the Commanders. Well, it won't be Tommy DeVito starting because he's on the not dressed list.
Well, damn it.
Healthy scratch.
Safety, Anthony Johnson. Cornerback, Nick LeCloud. Linebacker, Darius Muwasu. Boogie Basham is out too. And starting guard, Jake Kubas. For the Commanders, backup quarterback, Sam Hartman. Emmanuel Forbes, who hit the IR list last week. That's their starting CB1. Not their CB2, guys. That's a bigger hit than everybody realized. Dominique Hampton, linebacker. Jamin Davis, their first-round pick from 3 years ago, is out. Jamison Crowder is out. And guard Chris Paul is out. I didn't know they signed him. I thought he played basketball.
Right?
Wow. There is nobody out for the Rams or the Cardinals game other than the suspended player for the Rams. So they got everybody back except their starting left tackle.
So their whole last week it got a laundry. I like 20 guys on IR. This week, nothing.
Oh, and Puka Nakuma's on the IR too. Don't forget that.
He's on IR. Yeah, he's out. Yeah.
So those guys aren't listed because they're not dressed or not.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not listing anything for any of the afternoon games yet. So that's why.
Oh, God.
So that was the last of the 1 o'clock games. But now hearing that, I think the Giants are a little worse off than the Commanders overall.
Yeah.
Because Jamison Crowder is their wide receiver 4. Chris Paul is their backup guard. Tariq Forrest was a rookie that was like safety number 4 on the depth chart. Sam Hartman is their QB3 on the depth chart. And Emmanuel Forbes is the only big hit. But when you're talking about Boogie Basham and Anthony Johnson, who was their big safety that stood out from last year after, he was the only guy that was playing good next to McKinney last year. Those are big hits. Yep. And if Danny Dimes sucks, they don't have Tommy DeVito to go to.
Oh, come on, they got Drew Lock. Don't you believe in him?
Wow. Okay. Pierce from Indy or Jerry Jeudy? I would take Alec Pierce from Indy. I trust him more because Jerry Jeudy couldn't get it done with Denver. That's why he's in Cleveland.
Yeah.
And Cleveland still only has Deshaun Watson because Taylor Heineke's on the. Also, Pierce versus Ayuk. Oh, you take Ayuk all day.
Yeah, take Ayuk. Heard he looked like he knew how to run the offense for once. He looked very, very confident, very
poised,
competent.
So that's it. It's almost time for LSL report.
Yeah.
I want to say, all right. Thank you for having me, guys. I'm glad I could help get this up.
Bro, I love having you on, Jeremy. You're welcome here anytime, bro. Anytime.
It makes for all your help. When you got the list and then you go to the injury report. We probably should start with the injury report before we give our pick.
Yeah, we'll do that next week. We'll do that next week, man. No worries. It's still work in progress. Thanks for coming, everybody.
James Burgess agreed with me. He said I did both of those. Have a great day.
Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire Stick TV, Facebook, and YouTube. Get all your sports news here first. The daily podcasts are